From lifetime supplies of peanuts to space travel bans and unlimited free beer, contract clauses are as fascinating as they are surprising. Get ready for a journey through the unexpected as we explore the entire history of wild contract clauses in football. In the early 1960s, football legend Pelé had a modest yet quirky clause in his contract with Santos, a lifetime supply of peanuts. Whilst it may seem odd, this was a reflection of simpler times and Pelé's humble upbringing. But the clause wasn't about the monetary value, but rather a symbolic gesture, highlighting the lighter side of football contracts. Pelé's Peanuts clause is a charming footnote in the career of one of football's greatest icons. Despite achieving global fame and wealth, Pelé's contract with Santos included this unusual request, reminding us that even the most legendary players have down-to-earth preferences. But when Johan Cruyff joined Feyenoord in 1983, his contract included a unique clause that allowed him to have a say in the club's playing style and tactics. Known for his deep footballing philosophy, Cruyff was more than just a player. He was a visionary who wanted to influence the game beyond the pitch. Cruyff's clause at Feyenoord reflected his desire to implement a footballing ideology that prioritised technical skill and creativity. This move was a precursor to his later success as a manager, where his tactical acumen became legendary. We skip forward to 1989, when Ronald Koeman signed with Barcelona, and his contract famously included a clause for unlimited free sausages. Koeman's fondness for sausages was well known, and this clause was a playful addition to his professional terms, showing that even elite athletes have their culinary preferences. Koeman's time at Barcelona was marked by his defensive prowess and goal-scoring ability, contributing to the club's success, including their first European Cup victory in 1992. Whilst the sausage clause is a humorous anecdote, it didn't overshadow his contributions on the field, making him a fan favourite. Dennis Bergkamp's 1995 contract with Arsenal included a clause that he would not be required to fly. The Dutch forward had a well-known fear of flying, earning him the nickname the non-flying Dutchman. This clause ensured Bergkamp could avoid flights, reflecting the club's understanding and accommodation of his phobia. Despite this limitation, Bergkamp had an illustrious career at Arsenal, becoming one of the club's all-time greats. His creativity, vision and technical skill made him a key player in Arsenal's success, including 3 Premier League titles and 4 FA Cups. The clause, though, arguably became a bottleneck for Arsenal, as they won no silverware in Europe. Just 1 year later, in 1996, Giuseppe Reina signed with Arminia Bielefeld, and his contract included a rather unusual clause. He was to be provided with a house with a garden, a car, and as much German beer as he could drink. This quirky demand reflected Reina's desire for comfort and enjoyment during his time at the club. Reina's tenure at Arminia Bielefeld was relatively modest, and whilst his performance on the field didn't make headlines, the house and beer clause certainly did, becoming a light-hearted story in football folklore. When Stefan Schwarz joined Sunderland in 1999, his contract included a clause that prohibited him from travelling to space. This unusual stipulation was added after Schwarz's agent joked about his interest in commercial space travel. The club, perhaps concerned about potential risks, decided to include the clause as a precaution. Whilst the space travel clause might seem outlandish, it highlights the lengths to which clubs will go to protect their investments. Schwarz's time at Sunderland was marked by his solid performances in midfield, but it's the space clause that remains a memorable part of his legacy. We skip forward 2 years, and Roberto Mancini's 2001 contract with Lazio included a clause that guaranteed him a position on the club's coaching staff after he retired from playing. This forward-thinking clause reflected Mancini's ambition to transition into management and Lazio's recognition of his footballing intelligence and leadership qualities. Mancini's playing career at Lazio was successful, but his transition to coaching cemented his legacy. He went on to have a distinguished managerial career, including leading Inter Milan to multiple Serie A titles and winning the Premier League with Manchester City. The coaching clause in his contract was a prescient move that set the stage for his future achievements. David Beckham's 2007 contract with LA Galaxy included a groundbreaking clause that allowed him to purchase an MLS franchise at a discounted rate upon his retirement. This clause not only highlighted Beckham's influence in the sport, but also his interest in the business side of football. Beckham's impact on MLS was transformative, bringing unprecedented attention to the league. His tenure at LA Galaxy saw him win 2 MLS Cups, but it was his off-field influence that had a lasting effect. The franchise clause eventually led to Beckham becoming a co-owner of Inter Miami. In the very same year, when Ronaldo joined AC Milan in 2007, his contract included a clause concerning his weight, with specific incentives for maintaining a target weight range. This clause reflected concerns about the Brazilian striker's fitness levels and the importance of maintaining peak physical condition. Despite fitness challenges, Ronaldo's stint at AC Milan saw moments of brilliance, reminding fans of his exceptional talent. However, injuries and weight issues limited his impact, and the weight clause became a topic of discussion regarding player fitness and performance expectations at elite clubs. Just 1 year later, in 2008, Ricardo Quaresma's contract with Inter Milan included a clause that penalised him for excessive use of unnecessary flair, such as the Rabona and Trivela. Known for his flamboyant playing style, this clause was a humorous attempt to curb his tendency to showboat. Quaresma's time at Inter Milan was mixed, with flashes of brilliance overshadowed by inconsistency. Whilst the flair clause added a light-hearted aspect to this contract, it underscored the club's desire for effective rather than flashy play. Quaresma's unique style remained a defining feature of his career, for better or for worse. In 2011, Ronaldinho's contract with Flamengo included a clause allowing him to attend 2 parties a week. The Brazilian star was renowned for his love of nightlife, and this clause accommodated his lifestyle whilst balancing his professional commitments. Ronaldinho's performances at Flamengo were marked by moments of magic, but his off-field activities often garnered more attention. The party clause became a talking point, illustrating the challenges that clubs face in managing players with high-profile lifestyles. When Rafael van der Vaart joined Real Betis in 2012, his contract stipulated that he could not wear red boots due to his association with Sevilla, Betis' fierce rival. This clause was a nod to the deep-seated rivalry between the clubs and the importance of club colours. Van der Vaart respected the clause and became a popular figure at Betis, despite a relatively short stint. The boot colour clause was a quirky yet significant reminder of football's cultural and emotional ties, showcasing how even small details can carry great importance in the world of football. Just 1 year later, in 2013, when Gervinho moved to Roma, his contract included an unusual demand: a private beach for his exclusive use. The Ivorian winger's request for a beach was an extravagant but personal stipulation, reflecting his unique preferences. Gervinho's time at Roma was notable for his pace and goal-scoring ability, making him an important player for the club. The private beach clause added an element of luxury to his stay in Italy, illustrating how player contracts can sometimes cater to very specific lifestyle desires. However, Mario Balotelli's 2014 contract with Liverpool included a good behaviour clause that awarded him a £1 million bonus for not getting more than 3 red cards in a season. Known for his on-field antics and disciplinary issues, this clause was an attempt to incentivise better behaviour. Balotelli's stint at Liverpool was short-lived and largely unsuccessful, with his on-field contributions overshadowed by his behaviour. The good behaviour clause was a unique attempt to manage a notoriously unpredictable player. After joining Barcelona in 2014, Luis Suarez's contract reportedly included a no-bite clause following his infamous biting incidents, mainly at the 2014 World Cup. This clause was a preventative measure, reflecting concerns about his on-field behaviour and its impact on the club's image. Suarez went on to have a successful career at Barcelona, forming the famous MSN trio with Messi and Neymar. His goal-scoring prowess and overall play overshadowed his past controversies, making the no-bite clause a precautionary measure that fortunately did not need to be enforced. But in the same year, there was another clause inspired by Luis Suarez when Roberto Firmino signed with Liverpool in 2014. His contract reportedly included a clause specifying that his buyout fee would not apply to Arsenal. This was likely a response to Arsenal's earlier attempt to sign Suarez by activating his release clause, leading to a public spat between the clubs. Firmino became a key player for Liverpool, known for his versatility and work rate. The no Arsenal clause is a unique footnote in his contract, reflecting the competitive and sometimes contentious nature of transfer dealings in football. But we move on to a former Arsenal player, and during his time at Galatasaray, Lucas Podolski's 2015 contract reportedly included a clause for him to receive 100 kilograms of Turkish sausages annually. Podolski, known for his love of food, particularly sausages, embraced the culinary culture of his new club's country with his quirky clause. Podolski's performances at Galatasaray were solid, contributing to the team's success with his experience and scoring ability. The sausage clause became a humorous highlight of his time in Turkey, showcasing how personal preferences can make their way into professional contracts and adding a touch of personality to the business of football. Now we move forward to 2017 and Lionel Messi's contract renewal with Barcelona, which included a clause allowing him to leave the club for free if Catalonia gained independence from Spain and Barcelona therefore couldn't compete in a major European league. This clause reflected the uncertain political climate in the region at the time and Messi's concern for his career's continuity. Messi's tenure at Barcelona was legendary, with numerous titles and individual accolades, but the Catalonia Independence Clause highlighted the complex interplay between politics and sports, demonstrating how external factors can influence contractual agreements. Messi's eventual departure from Barcelona in 2021 was not related to this clause, but remains one of the most significant moments in football history. Gareth Bale's 2022 contract with Los Angeles FC and MLS reportedly included a clause allowing him to take a mid-season break for golf tournaments, reflecting his well-known passion for golf. Bale's love for the sport has often been a talking point, and this clause acknowledged his interests outside of football. Football contracts can be as fascinating as the game itself, filled with unique clauses that reflect the personalities and circumstances of players. Let us know which clause you like the best in the comments below. Be sure to like and subscribe.